Welcome back. Today's episode is going to shine a bright spotlight on some of the most sought-after, prestigious, and highly valuable commemorative 50-cent Australian coins ever minted. These are no ordinary coins. These are historical masterpieces pressed into metal, celebrating some of Australia's proudest national moments. And in today's fast-moving collector's market, these coins are exploding in value, rising in both rarity and demand, and becoming prized assets among collectors around the world. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out in the exciting world of coin collecting, these commemorative 50-cent coins could hold the key to a hidden fortune. So grab your magnifying glass, pull out your coin albums, and open your eyes wide, because one of these rare coins might just be sitting in your own pocket change. Let's get started. First up, then the 2010 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin, released to mark Australia Day and emblazoned with the inspiring phrase, "Celebrate what's great." This isn't just another commemorative coin. This is a shining beacon of Australia's vibrant culture, community spirit, and deep connection to heritage. And if you've got one in very fine condition, with its visual detail still bold and its structure preserved, you could be holding on to more than just a patriotic symbol. You could be gripping a coin that's becoming a financial marvel in the collector's world. So let's journey deep into its design, rarity, market momentum, and the kind of dollar value that might just change your life. Historical background. In 2010, the Royal Australian Mint partnered with the National Australia Day Council to issue a special coin that would go far beyond traditional commemoratives. This wasn't just about marking another date in the calendar. It was about celebrating the core values of Australia itself: multiculturalism, unity, achievement, and national pride. The theme, "Celebrate What's Great," captured the emotional essence of Australia Day, and the coin became a rallying symbol, given out at events, tucked into collector packs, and even exchanged among proud Aussies during festivities. It was a moment in coin history that didn't just mark a day, it marked a movement. Design and specifications. The design of this 50-cent coin breaks from traditional motifs like coats of arms or portraits of explorers. Instead, it opts for bold modernism and bright symbolism, making it an immediate standout in any collection. Designed by Aaron Baggio, the reverse of the coin features a stylized Australian map bursting with radiating waves, which represent cultural connection, community, and outreach, a visual representation of Australia's unifying energy. Right at the heart of the coin is the circular logo with a national theme, Australia Day 2010, and "Celebrate What's Great," a powerful call to pride and positivity. You'll notice the map outline is formed in a dynamic and abstract way, with flowing curves rather than hard borders, reflecting a contemporary Australia that is ever-changing and inclusive. Around the edge, the 50-cent denomination is embossed in crisp lettering, anchoring the message in a tangible, spendable form, though most people lucky enough to own this coin wouldn't dare part with it. On the obverse, you'll find the classic effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, with the inscription, "Elizabeth II, Australia, 2010, in capitalized lettering that hugs the upper arc of the coin. Specifications. Composition: copper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Shape: dodecagon, 12-sided. Mass: 15.55 grams. Diameter: 31.65 millimeters. Thickness: 2.00 millimeters. Edge: plain. Mint: Royal Australian Mint. When we say very fine condition, we're talking about a coin that's passed through circulation, yes, but has retained clear, sharp detail. The legends are bold. The Australia Day emblem and stylized map remain highly visible, and only minimal surface wear is present. The coin might exhibit light scuffing or small patches of dullness, but no major scratches, dings, or corrosion. In numismatics, this is a very sweet spot. The coin still has plenty of eye appeal while being scarce enough in this condition to spark real collector interest. The reason this is so important? Because many of these coins were given out at public events, handled frequently, and stored loosely, meaning uncirculated or very fine examples are rapidly vanishing from the open market. Rarity and collector demand. While not the rarest commemorative by mintage, with approximately 5 million units distributed, this coin becomes increasingly rare when you factor in condition and availability. The majority of these coins were not sold in protective packs or proof sets. They were distributed as promotional pieces, meant to be used, shared, or collected casually. As such, coins in very fine or better condition are becoming premium assets in the eyes of serious collectors. And with the rise in Australian patriotism-themed collections, this coin now serves as a centerpiece for those trying to capture the spirit of 21st century Australia. Combine that with the artistic uniqueness of its design and the positive messaging, and you've got a coin that's seeing skyrocketing demand across collector forums and auction platforms. Current market value in dollars, the rise of the modern icon. Now, let's get to the part that turns heads, money talk. If you own a 2010 Australia Day 50-cent coin in very fine condition, you're sitting on a collector's item that is growing in value every year. In general circulated condition, these coins fetch between $3 and $7 AUD. In very fine condition, values increase to the range of $10 to 25 Australian dollars, with a higher end reserved for coins that retain sharp detail and minimal wear. Extremely fine or almost uncirculated coins can easily command $30 to 60 Australian dollars, depending on market trends and buyer interest. Uncirculated or mint roll examples, especially those in blister packs or display cases, have been sold for $80 to 120 Australian dollars, sometimes even higher if part of a full commemorative series. Graded specimens, especially in MS66 or MS67, have the potential to push past 150 Australian dollars, making them a truly serious investment for the future. And remember, as demand continues to grow and these coins become harder to find in prime condition, their values are likely to double or even triple in coming decades. That's how millionaire collectors are born, by holding onto the right coin at the right time. Why this coin could make you a millionaire? You might be wondering, how can a 50-cent coin help you build wealth? The answer is simple: timing, condition, and collector strategy. The 2010 Celebrate What's Great 50-cent coin sits at the intersection of modern rarity, strong design appeal, and national symbolism. It's not a worn-out penny sitting in a jar. It's a coin that tells a story, draws emotional attachment, and ties directly into the pride of a nation. In just 15 years, its value has already multiplied several times over in fine condition. As collectors and investors scramble to complete Australian commemorative collections, this coin's future market value is only going upward. Imagine if you owned multiple coins in very fine or mint condition, all secured and ready for a future auction. It's not just possible, it's already happening. Next up, the 1971 Australian 50-cent coin. While it may appear modest and worn in its circulated condition, make no mistake, this coin is a silent warrior of value, quietly holding its ground in the ever-growing world of rare and vintage coins. If you're holding onto this piece, it might just be one of those forgotten silver shields that could one day help build a fortune, especially in exceptional grades, rare mint errors, or as part of a highly sought-after coin portfolio. So buckle up, because this isn't just a coin. It's a gateway into Australia's proud monetary evolution and perhaps a hidden gold mine. Let's dive first into the bold design that makes this coin a standout, even after decades of circulation. On the reverse, you'll find the regal Australian coat of arms, a powerful national emblem crafted by the brilliant Stuart Devlin, renowned for his elegant and expressive designs. The composition features the Commonwealth Shield, proudly supported by the indomitable kangaroo and emu, animals chosen not only for their national symbolism, but also for the fact that they cannot move backward, symbolizing a nation always progressing. The intricate details, ranging from the state badges on the shield to the star above, bring out the unique character of Australia's identity. Even in circulated condition, many of these features hold up surprisingly well, especially in coins that have avoided heavy wear or damage. And let's not forget the dodecagonal, 12-sided shape, a true Australian hallmark that instantly sets this coin apart from the world's rounder cousins. Flip it to the obverse, and you're met with the elegant early portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This young, regal effigy of Her Majesty was first introduced in 1966 and dominated Australian coinage until the mid-1980s. Her image is adorned with the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, symbolizing both continuity and tradition. Surrounding her likeness are the words Elizabeth II, Australia, 1971, anchoring the coin to a year marked by cultural shifts and economic transitions. The detail in her portrait remains a draw for collectors, especially those looking to complete a Machin portrait timeline set. Now, let's talk specifications, because this coin doesn't just look strong, it is strong. The 1971 Australian 50-cent coin is minted from a robust cupronickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, giving it that classic silver sheen without actual silver content. It weighs a solid 15.55 grams, spans 31.51 millimeters in diameter, and maintains a 1.49 millimeters thickness. The 12-sided edge design ensures that it's immediately recognizable by touch, an ingenious detail that adds practical value to its artistic merit. Although the 1966 edition was made of silver, by 1971, the material had shifted to cupronickel, making the coin durable, collectible, and suitable for circulation longevity. When it comes to mintage and rarity, here's where things get more interesting. In 1971, the Royal Australian Mint struck approximately 21.4 million 50-cent coins. While this number isn't considered low, the passage of over 50 years has seen many of these coins worn down, lost, damaged, or melted. As a result, high-grade examples are now becoming increasingly scarce and desirable, especially among collectors who chase complete sets from the early decimal years. If you have one in circulated condition, you're already holding a piece of the early decimal era, a time capsule of Australian coinage history. In terms of current market value, a circulated 1971 50-cent coin typically sells for $1.50 to $4 depending on the wear and visual clarity. However, coins in extremely fine, EF, or almost uncirculated, AU, condition are valued higher, ranging from $8 to $15, especially among collectors completing year-specific or design-specific albums. If your coin is in uncirculated or mint state, MS, condition, graded MS62 and above, it could fetch anywhere from $25 to $70, depending on demand and dealer availability. The real jackpot lies in MS65 or MS66 plus grades, where values can soar above $100, particularly in well-documented auctions or to niche collectors. Now, let's explore the hidden realm of mint errors and anomalies, which have the power to skyrocket the value of this 1971 coin. If your coin features any planchet flaws, off-center strikes, doubling, clipped edges, or die cracks, you may be sitting on a rare error specimen that could sell for $250 to $1,000 or more, depending on the severity and authenticity. Error coin collectors are constantly hunting for anomalies from early decimal years, and authenticated examples are commanding premium prices on the open market. As for demand, the 1971 50-cent coin continues to enjoy a strong following, particularly among Australian history buffs, decimal transition collectors, Commonwealth currency enthusiasts, and those building Queen Elizabeth II full portrait series collections. Its association with the early years of decimalization and the pre-color era gives it a certain vintage prestige, making it a staple in serious numismatic holdings. Add in its durable metal content, distinctive design, and long-standing popularity, and you have a coin that is still highly liquid, sought after, and respected across collector communities. So, can this 1971 Australian 50-cent coin make you a millionaire? On its own, maybe not, but in excellent condition, as part of a rare error variant, or within a complete premium set, this coin has real value. And let's not forget the investor strategy. With rising demand for early Queen Elizabeth II coins, especially as her era has come to an end, the historical importance of these earlier portrait coins is only growing. It could very well be a gateway coin, a building block in a larger, high-value portfolio that, over time, may add up to 6- or 7-figure possibilities. The 1971 Australian 50-cent coin is more than just a relic from the past. It's a silver sentinel, guarding the gates of Australia's decimal journey and offering collectors a chance to connect with history, prestige, and potentially profit. Whether it's resting in your old coin jar, a vintage collection, or passed down from a relative, take a closer look. Because you might be holding one of the great underdog champions of Australian numismatics, and its story and its value are only just beginning to shine. Next up, the 1985 Australian 50-cent coin. Now, don't let its unassuming appearance fool you. This coin, especially in excellent condition, is more than just pocket change. It is a potential fortune in disguise, a whisper of rarity from the heart of Australia's decimal revolution. It's one of those elusive pieces whose scarcity, collector demand, and growing historical significance have made it a true legend among coin circles, and perhaps, just perhaps, the kind of coin that could transform a lucky discovery into a millionaire's moment. So, sit tight, and let's take a deep, thrilling dive into the world of the 1985 50-cent coin, where copper and nickel become the currency of dreams. To begin with, let's talk about the aesthetic and design of this elusive beauty. The reverse side features none other than the Commonwealth coat of arms of Australia, a dazzling and detailed emblem designed by the renowned Stuart Devlin, Australia's master of coin artistry. This side is an artistic marvel, embodying 6 states through their shields, all arranged neatly atop a central shield supported by 2 of the most iconic Australian animals, the kangaroo and emu. Above the crest floats the Federation Star, a radiant symbol of unity. The background is a shimmering field of radiating lines, adding texture and depth that truly glows when the coin is in excellent, well-preserved condition. The complexity and symbolism in the design lend this coin an almost regal charisma, making it a centerpiece in any serious collection. Flipping over to the obverse, we are met with a refined and mature portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maclauff. Unlike the youthful Arnold Machin depiction of earlier years, Maclauff's portrait, introduced in 1985, presents Her Majesty with a stately air, elegant, regal, and gracefully aged. Her neckline is adorned with the royal diadem, and the level of detail in this engraving, particularly in high-grade coins, is absolutely mesmerizing. The words Elizabeth II, Australia, 1985 frame her image, rooting this coin firmly in its historical year. Now let's get into the technical specifications, because this coin isn't just beautiful, it's built like a tank. The 1985 50-cent coin was struck in a cupronickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, giving it a lustrous silver-like finish without containing any actual silver. It boasts a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, a thickness of 1.49 millimeters, and a weight of 15.55 grams. Its signature dodecagonal, 12-sided, shape isn't just iconic, it's functional, helping the visually impaired and setting it apart from other denominations. In short, this coin was engineered for resilience, beauty, and utility, and in excellent, uncirculated condition, it practically radiates with numismatic prestige. But here's where things take a dramatic and electrifying turn: the rarity and mintage. The 1985 50-cent coin is considered one of the rarest general circulation 50-cent coins in Australian history. The Royal Australian Mint released just 1 million of them that year. To put this into perspective, most 50-cent coins of other years had mintages in the tens of millions. This rock-bottom mintage places the 1985 edition into a rarity tier of its own, making it one of the lowest mintage 50-cent coins ever struck for general circulation in Australia. This scarcity is precisely why the 1985 coin has become highly sought after, even in average condition, and in excellent or uncirculated state. Its demand is off the charts. Now, let's turn to what truly matters to collectors and investors: market value. As of 2025, the 1985 Australian 50-cent coin in circulated condition typically sells for $20 to $40 Australian dollars, depending on wear and clarity. But that's just the starting line. In excellent condition, like the one you're holding, the value jumps dramatically, often trading hands for $100 to $150 AUD. And when you venture into uncirculated or near uncirculated grades, MS63 and above, these coins can command $250 to over $400 Australian dollars at auctions and among private collectors. Some professionally graded MS66 Plus examples have been known to break the $600 Australian dollars mark. And if paired with verified mint errors, clipped planchets, or double strikes, the sky's the limit. These rare error variants can sell for 1,000 Australian dollars or more, depending on market timing and buyer urgency. The collector demand for this coin continues to soar. Why? Because it sits at the intersection of low mintage, transitional design, and historical timing. The year 1985 marks the introduction of the new Maclauff portrait on all Australian coins, giving this edition extra collectability as the first of its kind. Furthermore, as collectors race to complete decimal year sets, the 1985 50-cent becomes a key date, a missing puzzle piece without which no serious collection is truly complete. This drives up its desirability, especially among enthusiasts who specialize in key year coins, the foundation stones of any master set. Let's not forget the investment angle, either. With the increasing popularity of Australian coin collecting globally, particularly due to international interest in Queen Elizabeth II coinage and pre-2000 decimal issues, values of rare pieces like the 1985 50-cent coin are steadily rising. It's one of those coins that could double or triple in value within the next decade as supply dwindles and demand grows. Whether you're a casual collector or a long-term investor, this coin offers tangible potential for wealth building. So, could the 1985 Australian 50-cent coin make you a millionaire? If you stumble upon a hoard, a unique mint error, or possess one in pristine, untouched condition, the potential certainly exists. Combine this with other high-value coins, and your collection could easily snowball into 6- or even 7-figure territory, especially if curated wisely over time. The 1985 Australian 50-cent coin is not just rare, it's a numismatic superstar, glowing with potential and brimming with story. From its razor-sharp designs and ultra-low mintage to its skyrocketing collector demand and handsome market value. This coin is a sleeper hit in the world of Australian coinage. If you own one in excellent condition, protect it, grade it, and hold it dear, because you may just be sitting on one of the most valuable modern-day treasures in Australian currency. This is more than a coin. It's a milestone, a money magnet, and possibly your millionaire ticket. Next up, the 2005 Australian 50-cent World War II Remembrance coin, a striking, commemorative masterpiece that has ignited collector fever worldwide. Found in circulated condition, some still shimmering with color, this coin stands tall in the world of numismatics. If you have this coin in your hands or hiding in your collection, you might just be holding a piece of Australian history that could one day make you a millionaire. Let's dive deep into every spectacular detail. History and background. The year was 2005, 60 years since the end of World War II. To honor the enormous sacrifices made by Australians between 1939 and 1945, the Royal Australian Mint released a commemorative 50-cent coin that captured not only the spirit of victory, but also the solemnity of remembrance. World War II was a turning point for Australia's military identity, and this coin was crafted as a numismatic tribute to all who served and fell in defense of freedom. It's more than currency. It's a symbol of national gratitude, remembrance, and identity. The government and the mint spared no detail in crafting a coin worthy of such memory, resulting in a design that's as breathtaking as it is meaningful. Unique design and features. Let's talk about the aesthetics, the raw visual power of this incredible coin. On the reverse, it features a stunning flame of remembrance, flickering across the face of the coin. That flame isn't just a symbol, it's a sacred emblem, borrowed from the eternal flame at the Australian War Memorial, representing eternal memory and national honor. Around the flame is an elegant ring of poppies, the traditional flower of wartime remembrance. They bloom with silent dignity around the edge, whispering stories of loss and valor. Inscribed across the top are the words, World War 1939 to 1945 Remembrance, boldly engraved in capital letters. Just beneath, nestled at the bottom, is the striking 50 cents declaration in sharp, raised type. The detail is so intricate, even in circulated coins, that collectors often gasp at the depth of texture and symbolism. On the obverse, you'll find the crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley, facing right as always, dignified and stately. This particular effigy was used from 1998 to 2018 and is well known for its refined realism. The Queen's likeness stands in sharp contrast to the reverse's symbolic artwork, highlighting the coin's dual identity as both sovereign currency and sacred tribute. Specifications and material composition. This commemorative coin adheres to the standard 50-cent dodecagon, 12-sided, shape, making it instantly recognizable by touch and sight. It weighs 15.55 grams and measures 31.65 millimeters in diameter, struck from copper-nickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel. Although not made from silver, its value far exceeds its metallic content. The coin was issued for general circulation, but many were quickly snatched up by collectors. In its color version, a small number were released with red-colored poppies, a detail that gives those rare issues a dazzling, emotional edge. Rare circulated color condition. What makes it special? What makes the circulated color condition edition so exciting is the combination of wear and beauty. These coins were intended for circulation, yet many retain parts of their original color, especially the vivid red of the poppies, which adds emotional resonance and visual flair. Circulated color coins are incredibly desirable today. Why? Because color typically wears off quickly in general use, but coins that retain even partial color show signs of careful handling or short circulation, a major plus in collector valuation. Rarity and demand among collectors. Now, let's talk rarity. While the coin was minted in respectable numbers for public issue, the demand has exploded over the years. The combination of a heartfelt theme, stunning design, and the 60th anniversary tribute has made this coin a high-value target for collectors, historians, and investors alike, especially when found in very fine to excellent circulated condition or when original poppy colors remain partially intact. This coin fetches premiums well beyond its face value. The demand is amplified because many Australians who received this coin in change simply spent it, unaware of its potential, making pristine and colored versions even harder to come by today. Market value. What's it worth today? As of the current collector's market, a circulated 2005 World War II Remembrance 50-cent coin can range in value from $8 to 25 Australian dollars, depending on the condition. But here's where it gets exciting. Colored variants in circulated condition can climb up to $50 or even $80 Australian, especially when partial color remains visible and the coin maintains crisp design detail. In uncirculated or mint condition, these coins have been known to sell for $120 to $200 Australian, and colored versions even more. Some proof coins and highly graded pieces slabbed by professional services have gone for $250 or higher at auctions. That's the power of patriotic tribute meeting numismatic demand. Why this coin could make you a millionaire. So how could this coin be a millionaire maker? It all comes down to scarcity, demand, and condition convergence. As time passes, fewer of these coins survive in good condition, especially with color intact. Meanwhile, global interest in World War II memorabilia and Australian history continues to grow. If you own a collection of these coins, particularly in color or uncirculated states, and if you're holding multiple examples, their value could skyrocket in the next few decades, especially as centenary anniversaries roll around and demand peaks again. Smart collectors are banking on coins like this to become the cornerstone of future numismatic investments. If you're checking your stash, look for the bright red poppies, the sharp dodecagon shape, and a well-defined flame. Check the rim for clean edges and look at the queen's portrait for signs of flattening. Lower where equals higher value. Keep your coins stored in acid-free sleeves, away from light and moisture. If you find one with significant color still present, even if slightly circulated, you've got a gem. Better still, get it graded by a reputable service and watch that dollar figure soar. The 2005 Australian 50-cent World War II Remembrance coin is more than just collectible. It's a living testament to the Australian spirit, a visual poem of sacrifice and victory. It captures a national emotion and seals it in metal, ready to be passed on to future generations. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a hobbyist, or someone who just found one in a drawer, you're not just holding a coin. You're holding a story, a legacy, and perhaps a life-changing opportunity. So check your change, search your old coin jars, and don't underestimate that humble 50-cent piece. It could be the ticket to your numismatic fortune. And if you've got one of these rare beauties, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more treasure hunting tales. Until next time, keep your eyes on the coins, because history hides in your hands.